Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to the Newshour tonight and urge you to join my journey through a complex set of questions that must be settled tonight so that history doesn't judge us poorly for not standing up for the truth, and so that we don't have to bear the cross of guilt of silence when heroes of India's freedom struggle were being tarred with infamy. So, what I want to tell you is today is the time to look at all versions in the eye and decide that we are not held guilty of consent or concurrence when India's Sanatan heroes were being slandered to serve the selfish politics of a few. Viewers, we on the Newshour tonight are talking about a bold initiative by the Delhi University to introduce a paper on one of India's most maligned heroes, Veer Savarkar. It has invited scorn and condemnation and allegations of saffronization from expected quarters. It's also predictable now. All hell has broken loose since the move threatens to unshackle the minds of the newer generation from the distortions of a narrative that has accorded legitimacy to rule to a particular political ideology. Some would suggest that Savarkar's reinstation to his much-deserved glory is actually the beginning of a course correction required in telling of India's history. Ladies and gentlemen, an ecosystem that has sought to control our sense of right and wrong has deemed it blasphemous for anyone to question their version of history. We have been told that Savarkar was a British stooge and accused in Mahatma Gandhi's assassination. The same ecosystem also associates him with hardline Hindutva, completely unacceptable in today's politics. Some go as far as to call him a right-wing terrorist. None of these theories will stand a careful and unbiased scrutiny of historical records, and yet they have persisted for a very, very long time, begging the question, who benefits from denying Savarkar's place in history? The move to act such chapter on Pakistan's national poet Muhammad Iqbal and include a chapter on Savarkar has ruffled the feathers of this ecosystem. The poet may have written the song Sare Jahan Se Acha Hindustan Hamara, but was a strong proponent of the idea of Pakistan, in fact the originator of it. The Delhi University Vice-Chancellor detailed in black and white as to why the decision was taken. Listen in.
Savarkar was a very prominent freedom fighter of our country. Savarkar was portrayed incorrectly in India, and the time has come that the Savarkar should be taught in Indian and higher education system in the right perspective. We all know that he has written a song Sare Jahan Se Acha Hindustan Hamara. He was one of the founder of the idea of Pakistan. We teach our generations Muhammad Iqbal. And he is also the Rashtra Kavi of Pakistan, because we have our own national heroes.
The decision to give Vinayak Damodar Savarkar his due has once again got the opposition's goat. Listen in to the flurry of remarks and opposition coming in from the usual detractors.
This BJP government can convert Delhi University to Shishu Mandir of Rashtriya Sevaks. It is up to BJP, they can do anything, and I am sure that after a few months they can introduce Godse as hero of the country.
उनको देश के लोगों से कोई मतलब नहीं है, देश का विकास हो, गरीब आगे बढ़े, वो लोग ध्यान भटकाने का ही प्रयास करते हैं।
जब जापान जाती है, विदेश में जाती हैं प्रधानमंत्री जी, तो कहते हैं कि मैं गांधी के धरती से आया था, और जब देश में रहते हैं तो नाथुन राम गोडसे को महिमा मंडित करने वाले और गांधी के मूर्ति पर गोली चलाने वाले को भोपाल से टिकट देकर के एमपी बनाते हैं।
बीजेपी is in a mood to change the history of India. They have removed the Mughal dynasty of 300 years. They are forcing to forget the name of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. They are forcing to forget the name of Charles Darwin.
While the ecosystem is seething over the omission of Muhammad Iqbal, seeing it as another attempt by the BJP to hide the contribution of Muslims, veteran actor Naseeruddin Shah, who is known for his comments critical of the government, once again sent tremors in the political and social circles. In an interview with the Indian Express, he said that hate against Muslims has become fashionable these days, even among educated people. Meanwhile, the family of Savarkar is elated with the back-to-back decisions celebrating the nationalist icon. Listen in.
This is a great news indeed, because Veer Savarkar was not only a great revolutionary, patriot, social reformer, writer, author, orator, but he was also a brilliant political thinker. Unfortunately, our country ignored his warnings about the future, and including the possibility of partition and so many scenarios. I think this is a great opportunity for the students to learn directly how to analyze politics and about international relations also, because Savarkar had a great perspective of international relations. He always used to say that international relations should be based on the mutual needs and not any political philosophies.
So the legitimate question we are asking on the Newshour tonight: who gains from demonizing Savarkar? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.